people who were listening to Moody Radio began to pray for her, hundreds of people. Tell us about
Right.
that.
Her name was Barbara. She developed multiple sclerosis.
Hmm.
And it got to the point where she was in hospice. She was dying. She has a tube going to oxygen canisters in the garage in her neck. She's legally blind. Her fingers were touching her wrists, and her feet were extended rigidly. She hadn't walked in 7 years. Well, two of her friends said, let's call WMBI, the Christian radio station at Moody Bible Institute, and ask people to pray for Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
So 450 people began to pray for Barbara. So on Pentecost Sunday, all of a sudden, Barbara heard the words of God saying, my child, get up and walk. Well, I heard the story directly from her. She pulled the tube from her throat and she jumped out of bed. And I said, what was that like? She said, I jumped out of bed, and the first thing I noticed, my feet were flat on the floor, and my hands had come unfolded. The third thing I noticed, I could see. But God had instantaneously healed Barbara.